Greetings, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here August the 27th for our number five in my favorite 4 album runs, a series we're running for the month of August. Basically, what we're doing in this is I pick 4 albums that are in chronological order from the band's inception to the band's end, and I pick 4 albums that run chronologically to you that I think are my favorites, 4 album favorite runs. So we're going to do one of my favorite bands today, one of my group of nine, ever since I added Pink Floyd to it. We now have Black Sabbath, and this will be the beginning of the run here on Paranoid. Many consider this to be Sabbath's magnus opus. Album cover aside, it's a damn fine album. This is a strange looking cover. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I think it's supposed to be a samurai, but it's kind of blurry and looks like just a guy in a bike outfit with a rubber sword. Anyways, not sure what's going on there, but anyways, the music on here, absolutely killer. You've got the big hits, Iron Man and Paranoid, both the 2 songs that kind of launched Sabbath on a mega iconic career. Very good, strong, heavy guitar playing, heavy riffing on all these songs, almost for a lot of them anyways. But some different kind of psychedelic noises going on here. So at this time, Sabbath, the term heavy metal wasn't really a big term. It was kind of coined by the song from the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, but at this point in time, it wasn't a big phrase used. This was heavy music, yes. War Pigs, which is a fantastic tune, still one of my favorite tunes, is really graphic lyrically, but also very catchy with the riffs and hooks. The drumming is fantastic on that song, and it's kind of a deep and dark kind of feel. So this is a very warlike album too, talking mainly because it came out during the Vietnam War, and it's kind of an anti-war album as well. And you've got Electric Funeral, another track that falls well in that suit. I didn't used to like that, but it's so kind of psychotic, almost. Really got that psychiatric. I'm trying to think of the word I'm using. Damn, I just can't remember things today. I'm not sure what's going on here. Anyways, really, really catchy tune, but really different. Not something that you would hear a lot of bands doing. That kind of grinding, weird kind of guitar sound. He did some more kind of anti-war songs with Hand of Doom and Fairies Wear Boots and those kind of stuff going on here. It's a real catchy album with lots of stuff. The song Paranoid, which is the title track, was the first Sabbath song I ever heard, but it's long since worn out on me, unfortunately, because of that. Psychedelic was the word I was thinking of. So a lot of kind of a psychedelic flavor to not only the cover, but to a lot of the tracks on this album. Planet Caravan falling well within. That was Electric Funeral and Planet Caravan are the 2 most psychedelic songs on the album. And in the time when I first heard them, I thought, these are weird, man. I don't really want to listen to them and for the longest time. But now I love both of those tracks a lot. So anyways, Black Sabbath Paranoid starts out this run, followed by probably, arguably, one of my favorite, if now it's really challenging for my favorite Black Sabbath album, Master of Reality. This is a killer track album. Lots of heavy stuff here. There's some stoner rock going on here. There's some acid rock here. There's some almost speed metal-like effects on like After Forever, really killer. You've got some doom, lots of doom metal going on here too. So this is kind of a iconic album in the fact that it lends a lot of stuff going on here that lends to a lot of future genres and the metal elements anyways. And there's a little bit of that psychedelic stuff going on here too, Into the Void, yeah. And then you've got the killer tracks like Sweet Leaf and Children of the Grave, both rock stables on rock radio and part of the Sabbath set. The next album up, Volume 4, another killer album. Not losing a beat here. A little bit, adding a little bit of a classical element with the guitar part here. And there's a little bit of that almost ballad-like stuff with changes. Although I do like that song quite a bit. But there's some real heavy stuff here, like Supernaut, Tomorrow's Dream. Yeah, just killer tracks overall. Then you've got Snowblind. That's another really kind of almost psychedelic song as well. So they're combining a ton of stuff here. Wheels of Confusion, all that stuff, combining a whole bunch of different stuff. So I don't never have ever thought of Sabbath as a purely heavy metal band. This is a band that does a lot of different elements. No more so than on the fourth and final album in this run, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Absolute some killer metal sound to it with Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and Killing Yourself to Live. Both these tracks very heavy, very grady, very metalish in a lot of ways. The bass on especially Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath is killer. Then you got some weird stuff here like Sabracadabra, which features Rick Wakeman on keyboards, Fluff, which is a kind of a classical bit, and National Acrobat, which is very different. It's kind of almost a progressive song in some ways. You know, I think of it as a bit of a progressive song. Who Are You, adding a little bit more of that keyboard sound to it. And Looking for Today, this is a little bit of a poppy track, but and then Spiral Architect, which is kind of like National Acrobat. They're both kind of got that little bit of that progressive element going on. The album cover, of course, is killer. So you've got guy on a bed that's being plagiarized by demons. And then on this one, the back cover, I don't know if you can see that, he's on the same bed, but it's all about heaven. So he's having to choose, I guess, between both elements. So absolutely killer run of albums by one of the best bands, I think. Starts out with Black Sabbath's Paranoid. I believe this is his 1970 release. Master of Reality, I think, was a 71 release. Volume 4 in 72. And finishing up with Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath in 73. So there's my 4-album run for today. Please like and subscribe and make any comments you want about the albums below in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And we will see you tomorrow when we're back for number 4 in my favorite 4 album runs. Take care.